Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Inside the Mirror podcast. I'm your host, Kyle David. If you didn't know, now you know. Hey, if you've been watching, listening for any amount of time, you know it's just been me out here riffing for some months. It has been a minute since I've had a guest on the podcast. So my apologies if you don't like that. Also, I don't care that much because I feel like I've said some good stuff over the past few months. But we're back with another guest. This was my initiative in 2024 was to get more guests back on the podcast. And I'm excited to chat today with my guest, my friend, somebody I've met years ago back in Colorado when we were doing music. There's a lot to unpack there. But my guy, Derrick Jewell, a.k.a. Whyte-out, is on the podcast today. We're about to have a dope conversation. Whyte-out, what's going on?
What's up, man?
Thanks for being on the pod. This has been a long time coming.
For sure. I always see your videos, see you on Instagram and stuff all the time, and I was just like, I want to get on there. He's always saying some good positive stuff that's
Thanks, bro.
up my alley that I can relate and resonate with. So
yeah, man. I'm excited. You and I think, like you said, I think you and I agree and connect on a lot of different things and ways we view life. Also, I think we just been through stuff that makes you have to look at life differently. You know,
that's the way I see it, dude. Is we've shared a lot of the same experiences, and I don't know.
Yeah, man.
It's kind of molded us in the same way, but also different. You know what I mean?
100%. Cool. Well, I'm going to toss it to you real quick. Just give us the rundown, for anyone that's never heard of you, doesn't know about you, who are you? What's up with you?
My name's I'm Derrick. Most people know me by Whyte-out. I perform music, hip hop, pop, rap, kind of a bit of everything, not your typical music artist, I wouldn't say, especially not locally. I don't sound like a whole lot of people, even on a broader spectrum than just locally. Shit, man. I just myself, like Kyle said, I've been through the trenches, and luckily I've been able to pull my life together and come through the other side a lot cleaner, a lot happier and positive, focused, moving forward in a better direction than what I was headed. So
100%.
Just here I am cleaning up my mess,
Let's go. Yeah, man, life is a mess, right? Life is a journey of making something beautiful out of the mess. Okay, cool. I want to ask you a couple questions. Let's get into it. One, we'll start more how'd you even get into music? And I'll give people context. I met you back in the day in Fort Collins. You were kind of one of the top dogs in the local rap scene. I don't know if you like that term. Some people don't like local rap. But you were doing the shows. You were kind of the guy. You were headlining for a lot of national people, and that's how I met you. Because I was like, dang, this dude's freaking sick. How'd you get into music, and how'd you even get a career as a rapper? Right? How's that even happen?
Dude, it's weird for me the way that it happened, because I had friends when I lived in Sterling. One of my best friends, still to this day, his name is Cheyenne Shoeblood, goes by Cinderblock is his rap name. Him and his brother, they rapped. And I was like, oh man, this is cool, because I always did poetry. I always wrote poetry. I always thought it was dope. And that's one of the main reasons I like Tupac. I did a report on him when I was in 7th grade and studied all about his poetry, like the rose that grew from concrete. Is in the event of my demise is my favorite one by Tupac. But I just always liked it. I always liked the words and the bigger meaning that could come from a sentence, just saying one thing and then how much more it could mean than just those simple words right there, pushing outwards. And they ended up linking up with the guy. His name was Crazy Horse, and they went to a studio and made a 3-track a demo, and they had their they had it going, and I was super stoked about it, how they did it, whatever. I was all happy for them. And then they ended up breaking up or whatever, moving away, and they had to sell their studio, and I was just like, I'll buy it. And it was
really
it was $350, and it was just a computer that came with a cakewalk. And I mean, this was no interface, and I made my first entire CD on it within a year. It was called Straight Out the Trailer, dude. I made it in my trailer, no interface. I didn't know how to do any compression, any effects like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Everything like that had a delay on it. It was just me doing the delay. Like I'd be like, "What do you want?" And then I would go over to get. I'd be like, "What do you want?"
What do you want?
So, and then I just kept doing that. You know, I always had fun doing it. And then I think in 2010 or 2011, I made a Facebook, and I put my music on there. I always did it for fun. I always had fun. Music is just fun to me. I've always loved music. I mean, you know, I fall asleep with music playing, wake up, turn on music in the car. Music has just always been a huge part of my life since I was a kid. And so I put my songs up there, and then like 2 weeks later, a promoter hit me up and was just like, "Hey, you're good. You want to do a show?" And then 2 weeks after that, I did my first show at Hodie's Half Note with Dirtball from the Cottonmouth Kings. And that's how it started. That's how I started doing shows. And then it just went up extremely fast for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it makes sense though, because I know you. I've seen you perform a bunch. I know what your music is about. Like you put a lot of heart and like you said, you actually like put real things in music, right? Like you're not trying to just like make words rhyme. Like you're trying to say something, which I think is such a gift and a talent that a lot of people that do music just don't have, right? Or they're not trying to do. Who's the biggest? Because you open for a lot of people. Who's the biggest name or group that you did music with?
Oh crap, bro.
There's a lot.
Twista was pretty big.
Oh, sick.
Twista is probably the biggest because, well, I don't know, dude. The second show I did was Krayzie Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony, and he's huge. I mean, if you're looking on like on what capacity, I would say Twista is probably the
most mainstream.
Because it was only Krayzie Bone and not all of Bone Thugs and Harmony, but it had been Bone Thugs and Harmony. But dude, I've done Rittz. I've done shows with Rittz. I did a show with Jellyroll, Brother Lynch.
Bro, you know Jellyroll is like a national superstar right now because he's doing all the country music.
He earned it, bro. He went through it, dude. And the big thing about it is he stayed true to himself, dude. You know, with everybody's 100%. Out there because that's what you do in music. Everybody's out there telling you, no. You're not going to do this. You can't do that. Look at him, bro, up there. Somebody save me. Just killing it, bro. You
absolutely
clap for that, dude, bro. Staying true to himself and standing up for. He's got a voice, bro. Like he just came out with that speech about fentanyl and stuff, bro. And he went there and laid it down, bro, and was just like, this is real. You know, I've been this person. I've been where these people are dying, and he stood up for everybody, bro. I don't know. I got a lot of respect and love for that dude.
Yeah, he's a legend.
I personally prefer his rap music, like his old school, but he's still dope, dude.
Yeah, dude, he's a legend.
Super dope.
So like I like what you said. I think we should go there. Like you were saying, like staying true to yourself, right? It's just so interesting, and this is not to knock anybody, but I look out at the world, right? Like musically specifically, right? Like rap and like everybody raps now, right? Like it's like the cool thing to do, which is hilarious. Not to knock anyone, right? Like do what you want. But everyone's trying to be someone or make music to sound like something, and there's very few people that are being them, like you mentioned, a Jellyroll, but also you, right? Like I was literally listening to one of your YouTubes that you had posted, one of your YouTube videos you posted like 2 days ago or something. And your music is just like still you. Like, what do you think about everything I just said right there? Like being you and people not being them just to be like cool, because it's like cool to be, you know, I'm a rapper. It's so cool.
The way it is now, dude, you're absolutely right. The way it is now, people don't rap because they like music. They rap because they want the attention, they want money, they want fame. You know, and that's why music, you've seen it nosedive. You know, if you look back in history, music was designed from the heart, you know, not the wallet. But people want the wallet. That's what they want now. They want to be somebody. They want to be rich. They want to be everything. And then they think that, like a lot of people, especially the locals, they think that everybody owes them something. You know what I mean? They think that, oh, I rap. I've been rapping for so long. What about me? It's me. And I'm like, I just don't get it, bro. I don't get it. And as far as staying true to yourself, it's I at times have been like, I need to make hard songs so people will like me more. I want
Mm-hmm.
to, but I try to, and it just, no matter how good it sounds, it doesn't sound like me, so I don't like it. It feels like I'm
Mm.
stretching who I am to try to appease everybody else, and
Sure.
I, whether or not it would work for me, I don't know. I'm sure people would like it because people like my music, but I don't like it, and I only put out
Mm.
music that I like.
Ooh.
And
Yeah.
so that's been a big thing for me. And I, a lot of people have said, I've gotten some of my friends and stuff have talked shit to me about it, be like, oh, when's that hard stuff coming back? And I'm like,
Really.
that's kind of a thing of my past. I went through that phase for a while where I was pretty depressed and stuff, so I
Mm-hmm.
had some sad music come out, so I can understand that in that
Sure.
perspective why they wanted some hard stuff. But
Sure. How do you?
I've just
How
tried
did
to go
you
ahead.
like talk about that? Right. Like I want to talk about that for a minute. Right. Like music aside. Right. Like or maybe not music aside. Like because that's kind of how you kind of like process. I think. Like how do you pull yourself out of that? Because here's the reality. You know this. Everybody at some point in their life is going to be depressed, go through some just terrible stuff that's really hard. But you seem to have like pulled yourself out. Like you literally just use those words. Like how? Like what did you do to like not let it just like consume you?
I guess, unfortunately for me, my circumstances with that were quite a bit different.
Mm-hmm.
My kids got taken away from their mom because she was
Ooh.
addicted to drugs. So I had to. It was sink or swim for me. I was major depression. Major depression. I was working nonstop. I'm talking in that was 2019, and in 2019 total, I had 12 days off the entire
Wow.
year. And as like my kids were taken away from their mom, so I had to stop being depressed. I had to get my act together or let my kids be wards of the state. So
Ooh.
and it wasn't like, oh, the kids can't come live with you. Like, the kids were told that they social services or whatever was told that my kids didn't know me, that they lied to them. They were like, oh, they don't know their dad. He has no relationship, but they knew that was a lie the second I walked in there for my first visit. They were like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
bam. So that's why it took 3 months and I got my kids. And the judge was
Mm-hmm.
super stoked. He was just like, I bet your parents are proud of you. uh, this doesn't normally happen the way it has, and
Sure.
especially not that fast, because these guys put up hoops for you and you did backflips through them. But why that was going on, they didn't know that I was struggling. My kids didn't know, the courts didn't know. I knew, but
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't allowed to struggle anymore. It wasn't about Derrick anymore. It wasn't about Whyte-out. It
Hmm.
wasn't about nothing. It was about my kids. So it's funny, how you're supposed, when you're an adult and you're a parent, you're supposed to be the one that saved your kids, rightfully so. And that's what I was doing. But man, my kids don't know. They're the ones that saved me, dude, because I was
Ooh.
plummeting, bro. I had thoughts that I don't even want to talk about anymore, because when I think about it,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of embarrassing, to look at where my life is now compared to
Mm-hmm.
them. I'm thankful for everything that I've had to go through, and being, I mean, I'm on year 5 of 100% custody of my kids, full-time dad, full-time employee, full-time parent. I mean, I go to all the sports games, parent teacher conferences, out here killing it, bro. You know what I mean? It changed my life,
Yep.
bro. Changed my life. I got
Dang.
sober, everything, bro. Shoo, everything.
Really. Good for you, man. Like you should be super proud of yourself, man. Like at the end of the day, like nothing else really matters besides like the stuff that you just unpacked, right? Like you said, right? Like everybody wants to be rich and famous, and most people in America are just chasing like material success, which is like honestly meaningless at the
It's
end
like
of the day.
90% of people, bro.
It's so crazy, but you should be proud of yourself, man. Like that's like what actually matters in life, and you've done it. So like, yeah, man, like be proud of yourself. I hope you
Dude,
are. I think you are.
I try to, like, I do celebrate that, but I have this issue with, I don't feel comfortable clapping for myself, bro. Even when the judge was
Hmm.
telling me what I told you, when he's like, "Oh, I bet your parents are proud of you." I didn't feel that way. I didn't feel like,
Hmm.
"Oh yeah, I did it," even though I'm happy I did it. I have that problem. I don't know how to be
Hmm.
happy for myself. You know what I mean? In
Hmm.
that aspect, and that's
Hmm.
something that I've wanted to learn and that I've been trying to learn. I just found out about something called shadow work, doing some work on yourself, why you are the way you are and why you think,
Mm-hmm.
and I've done some looking on it, and that in its own is a lot to unpack,
Sure.
a lot of stuff. I have a lot of trauma and stuff that I haven't dealt with. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I've learned to deal with some of it, but as far as being able to be happy for myself in some points, yes, I am, but I don't know how to do it out loud. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Does that
Sure.
make sense?
But I would say this, man. Like, I think you're doing the right things that most people fail to do, which is like try to do the work to figure out why you do certain things, right? Like, I've been thinking about that a lot recently. Like, I've been thinking similar to what you were saying with the shadow work. I've been like talking to a lot of people that I work with about like childhood trauma. Like, it came up because my CEO of the tech company I work with was started talking about childhood trauma. He was like, everybody's acting the way they're acting in life because they got trauma that they haven't dealt with, that they may even not know what it is. Like the shadow work, right? Like, why can't I like feel happy for myself or proud? Like, it's there's so much stuff that people just never work through. So like that, you're doing the right things, right? Like, we're never gonna figure ourselves fully out. You know what I mean?
No, never,
But it's like
never.
about doing the work. In my opinion, it's about like always doing the work to just keep growing, keep trying to figure yourself out, and keep trying to be better as imperfectly as you are and as I am. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, bro. That's the way it's supposed
So
to
like
be.
for yeah, exactly. So for you, like it sounds like the thing that really
Excuse
drives
me.
you is like you're good is like your kids, right? Like
100%.
so like when you think of your kids, like are they on your mind all the time? Like how do you keep those things front and center when you are having like a hard day or a hard week or whatever?
Uh, I have 5 kids total, Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
My oldest is 22.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have my second daughter is should be 21 in May, and then my third daughter will be 18 in May as well.
Mm-hmm.
The thing for me is when I was younger, I wasn't a good dad. I wasn't present. I was an alcoholic. I was couch surfing. I was not the man that I was supposed to be. Here we are all these years later. I've reestablished. I have great relationships with all my kids now, all of them, and a lot of that's because I got sober. But it's all that I have to look forward to is my kids, because I know everybody's like you said, everybody wants to be famous, everybody's material. I know that none of that matters. None of that is nothing. None of that is matters. 40
Mm-hmm.
years, 50 years from now, when I when I'm on my deathbed, or if I'm still alive, my kids aren't going to be like, man, my dad sure did have some cool speakers, or what a nice car he drove. No, they're going to be
Yep.
like, my dad cared about me, and he loved me, and he was there for me. And that's what's important to me. That's the only thing that matters. Nothing else on this earth matters more than your family. Nothing, especially your kids, bro. And I owed
Mm-hmm.
them that. Like, I just went to Vegas with my girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Her her sister and her sister's husband went to see Adele. Lucky, dude.
Mm-hmm.
$900 tickets, bro. They should have took me, bro. But so we babysit their daughter while we were in Vegas, and the
Mm-hmm.
whole time I was there, we wanted to go do all this stuff, and then we were gonna go see the King Tut exhibit and stuff, and I was like, well, I wish my kids were here. The whole time I was gone, I just wanted to be with my kids. That's it's when, like, right now they're at their mom's house for the weekend. They go every other weekend to see their mom,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just quiet, bro. It's quiet. I don't like it. I text them. I'm like, hey, how you doing? What's up? And they're like, we'll be home tomorrow, Dad. I'm just like, dude, I just miss you. It's just
Mm-hmm.
quiet. They don't come out and talk crap to me, whether it gets annoying or not. It's just, I don't know, bro. It's
Mm-hmm.
being a dad is, I feel like such a piece of crap for missing so much of my older kids' lives.
Mm-hmm.
Although I know that there's absolutely nothing I can do about that. That's why one of my main purposes is I can be me now. I can't do nothing about that. And I know that. So I have to be the best right now and tomorrow and although that will never make up for the past, it will make sure that the future is not like that. It doesn't repeat itself. You know what I mean? And I can be present and valuable for my grandkids. And like, cause I have a grandkid, bro. I'm a 41-year-old dude with a grandkid, just turned
Love
1
it.
in October.
Nice. Yeah, man. Like everything you said there is freaking inspiring. Cause like you kind of like figured out what some people in life will never figure out is like what actually matters in this life. You know what I mean? Like, but it like for people like you that have been through a lot, like your story was required, right? It was almost required that you went through all the stuff, that you weren't the person that you liked, so that you could become the person that you can be proud of or are working to be proud of.
There you
You know what I
go.
mean?
Yeah, no, exactly. And the problem is my life wasn't, I made it that way. I made my life shit, dude.
Mm-hmm.
My choices are what dictated my life, the way that my story did. I wrote it, bro. It
Come
wasn't, it
on.
wasn't played out for me. You know what I mean? I did everything
Mm-hmm.
to myself. In return, I went through some stuff. The reason I ended up getting sober and stuff, I just was like, I am sick of living like this. This is not how I want my life to be anymore. Bam, got sober, haven't
Mm-hmm.
drank since, started doing the work on myself, and my life now is 100% different from what it was a year ago, bro. No more depression, no
Bro.
more anxiety. It's completely changed everything. And it is, I did have to go through all that to get here. Unfortunately, I wish it didn't have to hurt so bad, but you
Sure.
know,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
life.
get
That's the journey.
yeah, I don't get a pick. You know what I mean? I just kind
Yep.
of have to go with it. You know, if they say
Yep.
that, I'm not super ultra religious, you know, they say that, God doesn't give you battles that he knows you can't handle or whatever like that. You know what I mean? So I was
Mm-hmm.
given the battle, you know, I did this to myself for a reason. And because I had to get
Mm-hmm.
to this place, I'm supposed to be the man that I am now. You know what I mean? And this is just what it took to get there.
Bro, you're spitting fire over here. I couldn't agree with you more. Like what you just described is like what I wish I could inject in people is just like full accountability for your whole life. Like everything is your fault, good or bad. Like just take ownership of everything and your life will change. You literally just described that. You
Yep.
know, like it's all your fault, and when you stop blaming other people, and that's hard. Like I get that, bro. Like I've had times in my life where I blamed everybody else for my problems. I was like, "Oh, it was my girlfriend, it was my friends, it was the government, it was the world," you know, like but then I was just
That's most of the world,
miserable.
bro.
Yeah, it is.
Pointing fingers. And you said it, dude. You just said it. It's not some stuff is everybody else's fault or some stuff is you. Everything good or bad that happens to you is 100% your fault. Everything,
Mhm.
everything. Oh, but this person broke up with me. Well, yeah, but you were the one that chose to go out with him, so that makes it your fault.
Facts.
It's
Facts.
it's all you. It's all
Yeah.
that's it, bro. Everybody wants to point fingers, bro. Being accountable is difficult, and I think that's why a lot of people don't get sober, bro. The hardest part for me was getting sober wasn't quitting drinking
Mm.
at all, bro. It was rebuilding
Hmm.
those fucking bridges and having to look at people that
Ooh.
I've done dirty in the face, bro, and being like, I'm sorry. Like I was not a good person. That's hard. That's hard. Not drinking is
Dude.
not hard. Not going to the liquor store buying a bottle, that's not hard. Being like, I fucked up. I'm sorry. That's hard.
Dude. Yeah, you're freaking preaching, man. I love that, bro. Like again, like I know you're not there, but like you should be so proud of yourself, man. You've literally like done the work that most people won't do to like just take ownership of your life and like do the right things.
It's
It's
hard,
hard.
bro.
It's freaking hard.
You did the same thing, Kyle. You was living the same life as me, and then poof, you
Yeah.
vanished, bro. Nobody knew where you were at. All of a sudden, you were gone. No more shows, no more
Yep.
nothing. Nobody knew. There was rumors going around, you know. And I'm not gonna say what they were or whatever,
Yeah.
but poof, and then I think I ended up talking to you, and you're like, "Oh, I'm down in Texas. I'm back in Texas with my family and stuff."
Yep.
And then I just read your post. I think yesterday, maybe the day before, where you talk about the relationship that you had with your parents while you were going through what you were going through, and how
Yep.
at the end of the day they were still there. And dude, that was 100% me, because my mom was
Really.
my mom 100%, dude, has always, no matter what, she's like, "Oh well, I love you," even when I was doing the worst. it's so refreshing to know that my mom doesn't have to wait and worry that she's going to get a phone call that I'm in jail or that I'm in a mental hospital again or something like that. That's a reward that I am proud of, because I can't imagine how she, as being a parent, I can't imagine what I've done to her, bro.
Yeah, man. That's it. What you said right there. Yeah, man. I did disappear. I went to rehab.
Yeah.
But
I seen your post, dude.
Yeah, I had to, right? Like you said it earlier. Like I knew that like I couldn't keep living that way. Like something was gonna happen. Like some crazy stuff happened in my life because of me. But I knew like if I don't change something, like it's gonna get crazy, you know. But like you said it, like it's so it a lot of it was me, but a lot of it was just knowing that like somebody still cared about me, you know, because it gets so lonely when you're in that headspace. You know it, bro. When you're depressed and you're doing
Yeah,
drugs
bro.
and you're drinking, like it just feels like you're the only person on earth. And the like one of the things that I think kept me going, and it sounds like kept you going, is just knowing somebody actually still wants me to like be here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's not what kept me going. I
No,
didn't care about. I was so
really.
into myself when I was
Mm-hmm.
going through that shit. I just wanted to care about myself, bro. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? Because that was the thing. Is at the end of the day, if you don't love yourself, I know it's so cliche. That's what everybody says. Oh, you got to love yourself first. No, you really do. You
Mm-hmm.
if you're not important to you, then nobody else. You know what I mean? Was
Totally.
going to have to. But when I did come out of it, and like being able to be level headed and clear, is just like, damn, my mom was there representing for me the whole time, bro. Like the
Really.
whole time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Shout
Like
out to your mom. Like it's easy. Like I posted that. Like it's so easy for people to not even easy. It makes sense at some point if people would walk away from you. You know.
Oh, 100%, bro. And a lot of people did, which is good though.
Hmm.
Really good. I'm so thankful that I
Talk
have
about
lost
that.
certain people in my life, bro,
Hmm.
that were no good for me. Like when you look at it back to a healthy mind, you're like, what the fuck was I thinking, bro? Like, I'm sorry. I don't know if I can even cuss on here, Kyle.
You can say whatever you want.
I'm a
It's
sailor, bro.
America.
I just be cussing, bro.
I'm a,
But
I'm a big fan of America. Like say what you want.
you look back at some of those people that you don't mess with anymore, and you're just like, what the heck was I thinking? And there's a lot of that in the music business too, bro. Everybody is dirty, bro. Everybody's just me,
Totally.
me, 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 and
Yep.
that's it. You know what I mean? And that has turned me off from music so bad. And I try to help people, especially like there's a couple dudes that I'll go hard for, even
Mm-hmm.
though it's gonna benefit me nothing. You know what I mean? But I want to see people, especially people that I like. I don't even have to necessarily like their music. If I like their
Mm-hmm.
story, if I like their
Mm-hmm.
heart, you know, I want to help them. I want them to win too. Well, it's
Mm-hmm.
not going to hurt me, but people don't look at it like that, dude. Everybody's just
No.
like, oh man, you can't, if I support this guy, then it's going to make my art suck. Like what?
Yeah.
That's how people
What?
look at it, bro. Yeah.
It
People
is.
have a distorted perception of the way the world works. And I don't get it. I don't, this
100%.
over exaggerated self entitlement of ego and stuff. Like I feel I just look down and I'm wearing glasses, so people are like, who does this guy think he is? There's just a really bright light up here. That's why I'm wearing glasses. So don't
Yeah.
see it's just bright. I
Yeah.
know I feel
But
now I
who
feel like a
cares?
superstar.
You are. You
Look
are.
how bright that light is, bro.
You know what's interesting though about you saying that is like to some people you are, right? Like to like the super fans of Whyte-out, like you are a star. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah,
crazy
I
because
do
we
get
think of
that.
stars as just like people on TV, but there's people, right, like that know you that would see you out in public or be like, "Oh, bro, it's Whyte-out. It's Whyte-out." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it happens, bro. It happens.
Mm-hmm. We're all a star to
Not
somebody, you
like
know.
3 days ago was the
Really?
last time it happened. Yeah, it's
How
still,
does
dude.
that work? How does it feel like when that happens to you?
It's embarrassing, bro.
Really?
Yeah, because I have a song called Clark Kent coming out.
Mm-hmm.
It's this song I'm super stoked about.
Let's go.
Uh, everybody loves Superman when he's out saving the world, out doing this, out being this person that everybody loved. You know, the ripped superpowers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody liked Clark Kent. Clark Kent was annoying. He was in the way. He was ordinary, not special. So that's how it makes me feel. It makes me
Mm-hmm.
feel like people only like me because they think I'm going to be something or because rather than who I am. I did a social experiment. Most people don't know this. I'm gonna do it right now. I dropped a flyer for a song, Clark Kent, that was getting ready to come out. It got like 20 likes, one share, one comment. So I did a social experiment. I wanted to see something. 2 days later, I released another flyer that said Whyte-out featuring Rittz. Not happening. There's no song. I wanted to see something. Within the first 12 hours, I had like 90 likes. People were calling me. People were blowing up my phone. People were sending me messages, asking me if they could do the artwork, messaging me, asking me how I got a song with them, saying, "Oh, I can't wait to hear it. Send me the link." And it just proves a point, bro. It's
totally.
Most people don't care about you. They care about what they think, what you could be. Like, oh, so if I'm famous, they can be like, "Oh yeah, I went to school with him. I know him." But why I'm out here grinding, they don't care, bro. They don't care. They don't care what I've been through. Unless I'm up there, I'm not important until I'm up there. All the work on the way there is irrelevant to them. You know what I mean?
100%. Yeah, that makes me think of like a lot of the stuff you've been saying, like, is like everybody's living life like for themselves, right? To like feel good, to feel important, to like have things. But like what you've been saying, like actually like the purpose and the fulfillment is in the opposite of like living for other people, for your kids, for your family, doing things
outwards,
that aren't for you. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. How
did you
why we were talking, bro. We were talking before we started streaming. I was telling you about how we're streaming Punch Out and stuff on TikTok, bro. I got to like 35,000 followers in like probably like 6 months. All the money that I made, I donated it. I right before Christmas last year, I did a fund. I made $2,000, just raised $2,000, and I think it was like 2 days. Hopped on a plane and flew to Arkansas and gave it to a family that I knew.
I believe that.
Just gave them the money to help them out, hook them up, dude. You know what I mean? And these are people that I met on TikTok to help them up, dude. Paying it forward, bro. People underestimate the power of that, dude. Doing for others when they can do nothing for you, that's the reward, bro. That's something that I feel good giving to people. That makes me feel good. I'm proud about that. That's what I like doing. I love helping people, bro. Everybody needs a hand, bro. Everybody needs a hand.
100%.
And that's the only time you should look down on people is when you're reaching down a hand to help them up.
Oof.
Dude, helping people is the bee's knees, bro. That's the sauce right there.
100%. And you figured it out, right? Like it's almost like I mean, people could say it's selfish. Like it's almost kind of selfish because the feeling is so good to help somebody, you know. But like you're not doing it for that, you know. That's like a benefit of doing the right thing. Is it feels good to do the right thing and help people and see people like actually benefit from you making the choices that most people wouldn't make. Right? Most people make $2,000. It's going right to them.
Yeah, I should have recorded it all and put it on YouTube or something so I could get some views, huh? Boost my channel.
See, but I totally get what you're saying. People do that, you know. It's a thing. Like, watch what I'm about to do.
It's disgusting.
Right.
I don't like that. Bro.
Yeah, it's wild because it's still about them, right? The intention is still like, look at me, watch me, like make me feel good, versus just like, let me do the right thing.
Yeah, shove a camera in somebody's face, be like, oh, here's $5. Like, here you go. Here's $5, dog. Oh, what do you think?
It's weird.
Yeah. That's awkward, bro. I would not feel good doing that,
bro. You're gonna, nice. Yeah, of course. Like, bro, you're gonna have like, I've been thinking about this recently, so it's cool that we're talking about this. I just think that like people like you that finally figure out the formula to life, which is like serve others, love other people, like live your life for people and not for yourself. When you figure it out, like you'll actually make way more impact than the people that think they're trying to make an impact by like being famous or being rich or whatever. Like you'll actually make like 10, 100x the impact on the people that matter around you. And those people will be so much better off because of what you went through and what you figured out for yourself. You know what I mean?
Well, at the end of the day, that's all that matters, bro. Like I said, come 50 years from now, ain't nobody going to care if I was famous, bro.
Nah.
Ain't nobody, that's irrelevant, bro.
100%.
just
100%.
I want my kids to like me.
Mm-hmm.
I want people to know in my life and maybe other people's lives that I've helped them. You know, I do get a lot of messages from people that I've helped them with music and through my music and stuff like that, and I love that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the kind of stuff that matters. The amount of money, the fame, or anything that were to come from anything. Well,
Mm-hmm.
sure, it would be cool, but it's not gonna
It's
it's
not
not
the
gonna make a
driver.
difference. And
Yeah.
I don't want to change because I did get big really quick in music, and it did change me.
Mm-hmm.
I
Really.
started living the lifestyle. Like it was cool to party for people to know me, and now it's kind of embarrassing that people know me and seen that version of me because I'm
Right.
not proud of that person that was an alcoholic, that was wiling out, just doing and saying stupid shit, posted dumb things on the
Sure.
internet. That's not my finest moment, you know.
Sure.
I'm
But at the
glad
end of
that's
the day,
over.
like, yeah, same. I'm glad I entered that phase. But
Yeah,
it like to your point though, like it because that is your story and your journey, it makes it way more powerful, and you gain so much respect from people that see you claw your way out and change. Right? Like it's less inspiring to see somebody that just kind of goes through life and like, never really any ups or downs, like just, nice person versus people that are like tank their lives, like terrible to everyone around them, a drug addict, a drinker, like just a horrible, and then someone that pulls their way out and becomes like inspiring, like you, becomes a father figure, becomes someone that loves people, that like is selfless. Like that story is the inspiring story. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. It is, bro. And the split side of that is you also got the people that when you come out of it, you got the people upset that you didn't crash and burn, bro. That you
Sure.
didn't stay at the bottom. You know, you got the
Yep.
like I man, it's such a weird
It's weird.
generation of people, bro. It's just
It's
a bunch
weird.
of haters, bro. Like
Yep.
when I look out and I see people, I feel terrible for people struggling, bro. Like going through it, you know, sickness, death, poverty and stuff like that. I don't look at certain people be like, oh, that sucks that they're going through it, but you know, I hope it gets worse for them. I want
Sure.
everybody. I would love everybody if everybody was just on an even playing field out there. You know what I mean? I don't mean like socialist or whatever, like stuff like
Sure.
that. You know, I just mean everybody was just okay. You know,
Yeah.
I want I would like to see everybody eat, everybody be happy and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But that's not how everybody do it. Everybody look at you like I guarantee you people look at my post on Facebook and are like and just upset, you know, that I'm
Yep.
still able to move forward. You know what I mean? Because I'm
Sure.
sure, bro, people are like, dude, this dude's gonna end up in a coffin or something or in prison or something. The way I was
Mm-hmm.
headed, bro. So I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm glad I made it out, and I don't wish
Yeah.
anybody else any ill will. But here I am. I'm still
Sure.
doing fine. I'm doing better than I was. So
Right. Yeah, man, that's a good point. Like once you make it out and like you can get to a good place in life where you're like grateful and you have a good perspective. Like yeah, you kind of get rid of most of the hate in your heart, like cuz you're just glad you're here, like I
yeah,
think gratitude's so powerful, man. Like just looking around and being like I don't have everything I want, but I also have a lot, and my life is pretty good. You know what I'm
there's so
saying?
much to be thankful for, bro.
Totally.
So much. Just this breath, this time that you and I are sharing right here, bro. This is
That's it.
this is time that we'll never get back. This is what we're doing, a good conversation about life and stuff like that.
Yep.
There's plenty. A lot of people tend to focus on the negative, bro, because it's easier to be negative than positive. It's so much easier to find something that
Facts.
you don't like. You know what I mean? To point out
Yep.
something and be like, bruh. And I can be negative at times too. I'd be annoyed,
Me
especially when
too.
I'm driving, bro. I get the road rage, dog. I'm serious. I'm like, I swear everybody in Colorado gets their driver's license out of a McDonald's Happy Meal. They're like, yo, can I get the
Wild.
6-piece nugget kids meal with a driver's license for a 510 male? You know what I mean? It's like, come
You're
on,
wild.
bro. They drive
Right.
terrible here, dude. So bad, dude. So bad.
Hilarious.
I rage.
Bro,
My
so
kids talk crap to me.
you're so like here's the thing, like you're so talented, man. Like not to gas you up too much, but a little bit, like you're a super talented musician, right? Like you're really
Thanks,
good,
bro.
right? Like talking back to what we were saying about like some people just aren't good at it, right? They're like turn on all the auto tune and just like talk about like money and chicks and just the dumbest stuff. But like you make really good music, like from a content perspective, but also like you just have the talent, right? Like you have a good voice, you know how to rap, you know how to like make melodies and like put words together and like actually create the music. And you said you were putting out a song soon. Like is where is music at for you in your life at this point? Like being someone that really is like could make it a career if you were going to go like, full steam ahead again if you wanted to.
Crap, bro. I like music. I
Mm-hmm.
enjoy it. I love it. But at the end of the day, bro, being a father comes first. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Uh, I, this is shitty to say this out loud, and it's not like how I feel. In part of having to be a single full-time dad all the time, I've also had to give up part of myself.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Which is, and not that I have regret in doing that. I can't be me anymore in the aspect of the way I was.
Mm.
I can't be Whyte-out all the time. You know what I mean? I
Mm-hmm.
can't, half the time shit. I can't even record songs because my kids are coming in and out of the house and stuff, or my girlfriend's sleeping or stuff. There's just so much things that take precedence over music now that I
Mm-hmm.
used to let fall to the wayside. Why I was just like, oh, music, 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 music. It's I'm 41 years old, bro. There's I don't know how much time I have left.
Mm-hmm.
Not that my time's gonna end tomorrow or something.
Sure.
I'm just it could, but
Nothing's guaranteed.
just that my look from now, my look at it now from compared to when I started is 100% different.
Mm-hmm.
Music is there for me. Music is probably the only thing besides my mom and my family that's always been there for me. It's
Mm-hmm.
always, I can always turn to music, and I don't want nothing from it. If something happens from it, great, but that's not why I do it.
Mm-hmm.
I've been talking to promoters again. A lot of people have been trying to get me on shows and want me to perform again, and I think
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to start doing that. I'm probably going to start revisiting the Roxy in Denver, as
Let's
well as
go.
Sunshine's live studios, or whatever's in Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
I going back to my roots. I was signed with Slow Pain. I don't know if you
Yeah.
know who that is.
Of course I
And
do.
I had just a bad falling out with Troll, who is
Mm-hmm.
Trav is the CEO or whatever, the guy,
Yeah.
he's the boss or whatever. And
Yep.
I've reconnected with him, and I'm working directly
Hmm.
through him. So I'm
Man.
excited for what's going to come, because he always made sure that I was I don't know how to say it. I got what I earned.
Mm-hmm.
He never did me dirty. He never burnt me. And so I'm just going back to the roots and starting the way that I was doing, and doing that, which with no expectations, just having fun.
There you
I
go.
know I'm gonna go out with Noose. I'm gonna go to LA
Really.
and do a show out there with him.
Really.
Somewhere out there. Yeah, I'm trying to.
Dope.
There's Nebraska. I want to get around more. I know I'll be going down. Jokesta is going to do it. You remember Jokesta from
Of course.
MRDR? Yeah, we're gonna
Legends.
go down there. I talked to him on the phone for about an hour last night about some stuff he
Oh,
has going
nice.
on. Wants me to get down there. So
Yeah, man, there's so much talent out there in Colorado. Like it's wild. There's a lot of guys that I still think about, right? When I see like, Rippy online, I just think of all these guys, like there's so much talent out there. It's pretty wild. It excites me though to hear that you're going to get back out to it. Because it sounds like you just have music in like the right perspective, right? Like you put it in its rightful place in your life, and you can go about it just like in the most pure way.
yeah,
And that's so inspiring, man. Like I just think most people can't do that.
yeah. Well, like I said, everybody wants something. Everybody feels like they're entitled or owed. It's just like,
Yep.
life doesn't owe you nothing, bro. Everything. You
Amen.
have to get up every day and work, no matter what. And
Yep.
it's hard, bro. They say, "Oh, you're tired" or whatever. I don't know who said that quote. I think it's like The Rock or something. When you get home
Hmm.
from a 12-hour shift and you don't want to do what you love, you're not tired. You're just uninspired.
Oof.
Like, you can see how at certain times in your life that you're going through something, the light kind of dies. It
Hmm.
dims. You lose your drive and stuff, and it
Sure.
happens to everybody, bro.
Sure.
It, finding that light is hard.
Sure.
refinding or relighting it or turning up the gas, whatever it is to get it going. It is difficult,
Right.
bro. You know what I mean? How do you do that? You know what I mean? If you're uninspired, how do you get your inspiration back?
That's $1 million question.
Yeah, but I think it comes with age, bro. Is you lose your drive for things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's experience.
I don't know. It's weird, bro.
Bro, this has been a lit conversation. Like, there's some gold in here. As I clip it up and watch back, I can already tell I'm gonna be freaking lit up. Before we get out of here, though, man, like, first of all, thanks for taking the time. This was dope, man. Like, you said it a minute ago, and I was like thinking about it as you were saying it, about being grateful for just like the moment you're in and like the person you're looking at. Like, this was really cool for me. Like, again, we haven't chatted face to face in years, bro. Last time we were probably inebriated. You know, we were not
I'm
like
sure,
clear headed. But I just say that to say, like, it's inspiring, man. Like, your story's inspiring, and just to like see you out here, like, being like a really, really intentional person that's like got a great perspective and living life the right way. Like, it's really cool, man. Like, you should be proud of yourself. Like, I'm proud of you. Like, I'm proud of me, and I'm proud of you, dude. Like, we did it.
Bro. You're right, dude. You're right. You know, if I can look back and look at myself, when I got back on Facebook, I tried to get back on my old one, and they're like, "No, we deleted this account." And in a way, I was just like, "Oh, that's cool," because I don't have to see none of those memories come up. Be like,
right?
I was like, like, man, I was bad, bro. Like, so
Totally.
I did make it. I'm glad I'm not that person anymore. I'm glad that you got your life forward and you're who you want to be. That's the most important thing, is to be grateful. You can be sad about the past, but it's a waste of time. There's absolutely nothing
100%.
you can do about it. Nothing.
Yep.
All you can do is be better now. And that's
100%.
the most important thing that I've learned, bro. I'm thankful, bro. I do have some good people. You know, I've like I said, I've lost a lot of people, but the people that have been by me, like my girlfriend, my kids and stuff, and that's really all the only people I play with, dude. Is I am so. I dropped everybody, bro. For a year, I dropped all my social media, didn't talk to anybody, my girlfriend and my kids. That was it, bro. I was tired of it, tired of my life. Fixed it, bro.
Yep.
Everybody can do it, bro. Everybody needs to learn. Sooner or later, you're going to have to learn what's important.
100%.
Just hope it's not too late. You know what I mean?
Yep. You said it too. Bad. Anybody can do it, right? It just takes work.
It does.
Before we head out, like, plug all your stuff. Like, where can people find you? Where can they find the music? What's coming up next? I know you mentioned a song.
You can find me anywhere. You can Google Whyte-out, WHYTE-OUT, and everything about me will come up. Music videos, shows, songs, every link, Spotify. I'm on every major platform. On Facebook, I'm Whyte-out. TikTok, I am Whyte-out. Instagram, I am Whyte-out. Just WHYTE-OUT, and you'll find everything you need to know about me.
Perfect.
Except for my past bad days. that's gone. They deleted my. Zuckerberg deleted my Facebook.
Shout out to Zuckerberg. You'll find Whyte-out 2.0 on the internet. I'll link all that in the show notes too. When this comes out, I'll put all the links to Whyte-out stuff in the show notes. So if you just want to click in there, you guys can go listen to his music. Like I said, he's one of the most talented like hip hop musical artists that I've met. That's not that's not a celebrity face. Go check him out. If you're into hip hop, rap, like you actually like meaningful music, go check out Whyte-out on the internet. Bro, I appreciate you, man.
Suck.
He doesn't suck.
I appreciate you, Kyle.
You're a freaking legend, dude.
That's a problem for me, dude. I hate telling people that I rap, but I love showing them I can.
I'd love that, bro.
Well, because everybody raps, bro. So everybody's like, oh, 100%. Great, this guy raps. You know what I mean?
Right, but you're humble, man.
My voice is messed up, brother.
No, it sounds legit. Bro, you're a legend, man. Thanks for making the time. Thanks for being you.
Hey, thanks for having me, Kyle. I appreciate you, bro.
100%, dude. All right, y'all. This has been another episode of Inside the Mirror. Until next time, adios. See you, man.